Hey everyone, welcome back to Prairie Grown Reviews. We review books, games, movies, and TV shows. Today, we are back for WandaVision, episode 5, on a very special episode. So, boys, let's jump right into it. Some non spoiler thoughts.
Overall, I think it's the biggest episode we've had so far. I mean, each episode's getting bigger and bigger, so they're getting more and more enjoyable. You get to see more and more of like everything that's happening. Um, Overall, it's just great. It's nice to see everything just kind of collapse in on itself. All the buildup of last episode is trying to spill over. So it's overall really great.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I'm not sure which term bigger Nathaniel was trying to point out, but I would totally agree with that regardless. This episode is both longer and more packed with stuff, so it brings a lot to the table. This is definitely one of the most enjoyable episodes of the entire season. Like Nathaniel said, we get some pretty solid spillover from last episode. These cliffhangers week to week are gonna make me lose my mind. They're in like I love it, but at the same time, I'm like, oh my goodness, can I have episode 6 right now, please? Thank you, I appreciate it. But it keeps us on the edge of our chair, and they've done a really good job so far, I would say, with both the writing and just sort of leading us leading us with a carrot along their path to doom and destruction. So I enjoyed so far.
Yeah, I definitely this was probably it's probably my favorite episode. Just I love every episode for me seems to get better. And this one, like you said, it's bigger, it's longer, it's jam-packed. We're at a boiling point. Things are boiling over. Answers, characters want answers. We've got characters finding things out. We've got way more interlap between our two sides to the story. And it's just it's you're starting to see like there's so many answers given and there's still more questions even posed this episode that I'm really excited and interested. And like you said, those cliffhangers, they're coming and they're just giving us more and more hype for the show, and I just can't wait to see where it goes next week. And yeah, I'm on the edge of my seat. Marvel's done it again. I'm in. I'm hyped. They got me hook, line, and sinker.
Yep. And for anybody who watched our MCU videos, Sebastian likes this movie.
Yes, yes, yes.
Every
I
time.
do.
Every time.
Every time. So, any more non-spoiler thoughts, boys?
No, I think that's about it.
Our theories were right. Well, some of them.
Yes, we do
Some
have
of
some
yeah.
theories that were correct. We will get into those.
We're
in a
not
bit
always
here.
wrong. Remember
We
that.
are not always wrong.
But we sometimes are. Sometimes we're
Though
very
you
wrong.
two were wrong about something,
Hey,
and
hey,
kind of wrong.
hey.
We'll get into that.
Everybody
Okay.
else is saying we, and I just got pointed out. That's tough.
Oh, you too. Yeah. Well,
That looked
we'll
really
get
weird.
into that.
I
We'll
felt
get
the
into
bus.
that.
I felt the bus.
Okay, fair enough. Before we get into spoilers, I just like to give a little quick PTA to just be like, you know what? Don't spoil WandaVision on social media, on our YouTube. Just leave it fun for everyone. Let everyone watch it. There's been a lot of leaks lately for the show. Just leave that out of there. Let's keep it fun for everyone.
Yep.
So after
Agreed.
that quick little side tour, we are going to move into our spoiler section right now. So if you want to go watch the episode if you haven't yet, so you
Go
can come
away.
join us for the rest of the spoiler episode, leave, come back, and sit and relax as we get into our spoilers now. So everyone, here we are with our spoiler section, and I'm just going right into it. We're going with the big ending. We see Pietro, but it's not our Pietro. As Darcy says, he's been recast. And my information I have on this is I recognized him right away, but I couldn't put my foot on it. So I searched him up and all that. And for those of you who used to watch the X-Men movies, there was a version of Pietro who was in those movies who ran really fast in the recent X-Men movies. And that's that actor, Evan Peters, yes, who was in those X-Men movies playing a version of Pietro, because Wanda and Pietro have both been X-Men and Avengers, so they both could be used in their separate franchises. But now that the X-Men series is over after Disney bought Fox, those X-Men characters don't really have place anymore. But it looks like because Wanda suggests that she can't really bring characters back to the dead, which we'll get into later, looks like maybe she stole him from the multiverse, or maybe he's just some random guy and it's just an Easter egg that she made him, like she controlled him to be Pietro. Who knows? But that is a fun Easter egg.
Yeah.
That he's a version of Pietro. Who knows if he's got his powers? But like reveal, boys. What like? I know obviously you two probably did not get that, judging by Austin's face off my that's
I missed
fair,
that
and
too.
Nats probably hasn't seen the X-Men movies. I have, but it's been a while, so that's why I had to search it
Yep.
up. But what do you think of just the general? It's Pietro, but it's not Pietro.
That was weird. It was whack. I did not. I was like, I looked from the back and like, oh, I recognize the hair. I was like, okay, maybe.
Yeah.
But then they showed the face, and I was like, if my memory is right, that is not the right guy. Like, I don't think that's the right guy. And then I think Vision had the same idea. He was like, what the heck is this? Who the heck is this? He didn't even change either, which was kind of weird,
No.
kind of shocking.
And
He just kind of stood there. What's up?
yeah, and Pietro has met Vision. So this
Yep.
Pietro, of course, he's like, who's the popsicle? He's met Vision.
Yeah.
They fought in Sokovia together. That's why you know something's up, something's wrong. This is again, I think, a moment where Wanda's trying to correct her own pain, deal with
Yep.
her trauma.
Yep.
In not the best way.
Obviously, I think because it's the MC, that's the problem. Anybody else but Marvel, I'd be like, okay, we got a cool Easter egg. but it could be the opening of the entire whole X-Men bubble, especially with reports that Deadpool's coming to the MCU. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Right? So like this could mean absolutely nothing, but it could actually mean quite a bit in terms of what we could see from that side of the now Marvel universe. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I sort of saw that coming. Not a different actor though. I did not see that coming. I figured it was gonna be Pietro, but I did not expect to see him on that side of the door. So
Yep, that was definitely something that caught me off guard. I did not know he was cast in this show. I did not realize that he was going to be in this, of course.
Yeah.
And I definitely thought Pietro would come back, but I definitely thought it'd be our Pietro from Age of Ultron, not Pietro from a different set of movies that is not even connected to these till now.
Pietro from
But-
Age of Ultron is like riddled with bullets. Okay, like I don't know how he's gonna come back, and I don't know what happened to his corpse after that whole fight. Okay,
hey,
like, it's
hey,
been
hey,
years.
hey! Vision got like half his head ripped out.
Yes,
Yeah,
but Vision's
and-
body still existed. We don't know what happened to Pietro's body.
That's true.
we
He
know
was
he
on
buried-
Sokovia when it
It
went.
could have been
Oh no,
like,
no.
then-
Hawkeye brought him onto one of those boats.
oh right,
so
right, and
they
he threw
probably
him over
buried
again.
him.
Or buried him probably. Yeah,
Yeah, probably buried him somewhere because he brought him
That's
onto
fair.
one of those boats, his dead body. So I'm guessing they buried him.
I wouldn't put
mean,
it past
poor
Wanda right
though,
now.
right? Like she's
That's fair.
lost a lot of people.
No kidding.
But going on to my second biggest like WTF, as some people say, like what the heck type moments. That's how that stands for. But we're staying PG. But let's Wanda leaves the barrier like she just straight up walks out. She's wearing her outfit that she's fought in most of the last few movies. She's got her accent back, like I know Nat's been wondering about, and a lot of people have.
Yep.
She's got the accent, and she just throws that drone. And this is the most self-aware we've seen Wanda. She knows, at least partially, what's going on. I still don't think she's behind this solely because she does not have the power to do this by herself, I don't think.
No,
I think
that's-
she's close, but I think she needs a boost.
Well, and we get a new revelation today that it's not a couple people. It's not like even 50
Thousands.
people. It's not even like 100 people. It is literally thousands of people.
a whole town.
Like,
It's literally a whole town.
and I think Wanda is a beast, but that's next level intense.
Mhm.
That was a great
Anyways,
freeze by
Yeah,
you,
that makes it
Sebastian,
a
by the
little
way.
creepier. Yeah,
Technology!
same on your ends. So
Woohoo!
Seb's Wi-Fi.
yeah, yeah. So, but no, like, and the way she seemed so angry, and I
Mhm.
mean, yeah, that director guy is a complete jerk, and we'll get into him later because I don't like him.
I
But
don't think anyone likes him.
no, he's a jerk. He deserves bad words said about him that I'm not saying on this channel. But he
Just come back for our gaming content, and Sebastian will say him all the time.
all the time. They just fly. But no, he points a bunch of guns on her, even though she saved the world multiple times. You don't know, yeah, Monica says it's all Wanda, but she doesn't even think Wanda's a threat. Yet you're pointing all these guns at her. What do you think she's gonna do? how do you think
I
she's going
mean,
to act?
I don't think it's the
Hostile?
smartest idea to point guns at her when she has the power to do all this. Like they know what power
Yeah.
she has. So like, what was the point of pointing guns at her? Because like as we saw, she literally turned them on him. Like I
Yeah,
don't know what he was trying to
literally.
accomplish.
He gives me mad. What's the general from Hulk's name?
Oh, Ross, General Ross.
Gives me mad General
Yes,
Ross
yes.
vibes.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
like totally against that side of the world and no common sense. I love it.
Yeah.
Bad
Yes.
things are coming for that man. I guarantee it.
Me too. But speaking of that point there, I had a thought while watching.
Yep.
And it's something I've heard before, but as an audience, we know these characters better than
Yep.
most people in this universe. So
Yep.
like when Agent Wu's giving his rundown of Wanda's history and past, and the director keeps like cutting him off and putting in these like insults about her, like wasn't she against the Avengers at first? Blah blah blah. Blah. She volunteered for Hydra, and Jimmy Woo, he's like that's an oversimplification. But we know the characters better than anyone, like because we've seen their progression. We see them at all time or most times. Like we
Yep.
don't. These guys, they just see them as like these godlike figures who are either good or bad. They don't see nuance with these people.
Nope.
One mistake and they're a bad guy,
Yep.
as the Sokovia Accords kind of made them.
Yep.
But no, I thought that was definitely. I didn't expect to see her out of the barrier this episode.
Nope. Me neither. That was kind of straight out of left field. But
You guys know what happened like during the bear thing? Like when she walked it back in, it turned like all red. Do you think that was like significant of anything?
I think
Or-
she's making it
like,
stronger.
I think
Personally,
she's gonna
thought
make
she
it
was making
impenetrable. Just about.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. I was like, it looked kind of weird. I thought it was just like her just going in and out, maybe just like flash of red because it's like Wanda, it's what she does. But it kept going red,
True.
so I was like,
I think I'd
maybe
call
it's
that a
something special.
super magic barrier jump starter, or the
Yes.
hex, as Darcy so badly
It's the
wants to call it.
hex.
so
That's
Yeah,
bad.
it's not a bad name.
That's actually a
Not
cool
a bad
name.
name.
I like
No,
it.
it's not a bad name. But speaking of what's inside and outside the barrier, we really see that Wanda's not just creating an illusion. It's all
Nope.
real.
Yep.
It's all real. First on that, just the clothes. She transformed Monica's outfit,
Kevlar.
like
It
her
was a Kevlar.
Kevlar, into just regular clothes, but they were
Pants.
still bulletproof. And on the bigger point, the point I made in the non-spoiler that you two were wrong, we saw the boys as little humans this episode.
Yep.
They are real.
And
So
less than little humans too.
bigger little humans.
They're like what,
Yes,
10 years old
like
now?
10-year-olds.
Yep.
That was
10 years old.
Are they real people? Like I still don't know if they're
Um,
actual real people
I
if
think,
they can grow up
but
that fast.
based on everything Monica even said, she's like, it's all real. They're there. So
What's the
I
theory? What's the
personally,
theory
I
on
think
Agnes?
they're real.
Oh,
But
Agnes
I
is,
don't know.
ooh.
What she knows something.
Well,
She
okay.
knows something.
So
Her whole. Do you want to take it from the top?
we're gonna. Yes, we're going right to that line. Like, what? Like, so like
She knows something. Like,
I think she knows everything. To be quite honest with you.
Like she knows they're a show.
you think
Yeah.
she's like
She
one of the
has
people
to.
like who are jump starting like Wanda, like helping her? Like the ones who are like in the background, like controlling the strings
Yeah,
type
I
of thing?
think so personally.
I would say so. I still. This is 5 episodes running. I still have a prevailing theory that her husband does not exist or is terrible and in full
A
control of
mastermind?
all this.
Yeah. Personally, I'd agree with that just based on the talk about him and the fact of course you never see him. So that's a good prevailing theory. Also Wanda's become really careless this episode in terms of powers.
Well, mainly just around Agnes, right? Like we see
Yeah, it was
the
just around
kids
Agnes.
age up.
Yeah.
She
like,
uses her powers like
she's using her powers willy-nilly.
all over the place.
I mean, even Vision like pointed out, he's like, what the heck are you doing? Like we're usually on the same page about this stuff, but now you're going like, woo!
You two froze entirely.
Good stuff.
No, you froze actually. So
Yeah.
I think
That's how that works.
we lost him. It's his
We did
Wi-Fi.
lose him. It's all right.
Anyways,
Like, see it's funny though. The irony there is awesome though because we saw Vision. What was that, episode 3?
yeah, like the talent
Where
show
he-
one, right?
Well, the talent show one, and then episode 4. Sorry, where he just went absolutely charging to go get the doctor, and he was just running willy nilly.
Right. Yes,
And
that
like,
one.
like, is that not the biggest show of power we've seen at all?
But no one
but-
saw him. Like the way it was
well,
framed, no
well,
one
that-
saw it.
That's I know. It's all right. Works out.
Hello, Seb. Welcome back.
I don't know if we have Sebastian back.
So what I miss?
We covered the topics of Vision being very careless with his powers in episode 4, and how it's ironic that he pointed out.
Wanda's carelessness. That's fair. That's fair.
But she only seems to
That
be
is true.
careless around Agnes, though. So part of me wonders if she subconsciously sort of knows that Agnes knows.
Oh yeah, I think she subconsciously does, because again, she was like, she was fine. Like the kids aged up right in front of her.
Yeah.
They went from babies to 5-year-olds.
The first part, like literally the beginning of the episode when she walks in, it's like, oh, let's take it from the top. You can see
of
Wanda's
course.
like,
I think she knows it's like a show.
Wanda like saw something, but like she didn't show it obviously, but like Vision saw it, and Vision's like, why aren't you saying anything? And Wanda's like, right? So Wanda knows something, or at least subconsciously knows something.
Yep, and Vision is breaking.
Let's get into Vision with his conversation with Norm first off.
Oh
where
yes,
I'd like to
Norm.
go. Norm
it's great.
So like, how though?
She has full control of their minds.
No. That I understand. How does a fake Mind Stone create the powers that Vision had?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
That is a good question, honestly.
Like, if she's powerful enough to resuscitate the entire stone, because technically the stones still exist, right?
They were brought back. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean they were, even when Thanos destroyed them. They're still, because you can't technically destroy them. There's theories that they're still like they're subatomic at the moment, just scattered. But that's another theory for another day. But yeah, like I don't. That's what confused me, because he uses his mind, like the flying and stuff I could see, but that's straight up Mind Stone right there.
Yeah.
Well, what if like Wanda like give him part of her power or something like that? Because like if Wanda can control minds like that, then if she gave some of her power to Vision to like reanimate him, I don't see why you can't control it, right? Like
that's fair.
Wanda got her power from the Mind Stone too.
Yep.
So it makes sense, kind of. I don't know. There's some nuances that.
There's a lot of questions about Vision that we have. Yeah.
So speaking of one of those questions, just a quick side note here. Of course, we see Wanda did in fact break in and steal Vision's body from a sword facility 9 days after the blip. So was this like 2 days after Tony Stark's funeral? 3 days after his funeral? Like it couldn't have been, like it would have been like, so she just couldn't deal with the grief. Like
I mean, she lost everyone.
She did lose everyone in like 5-year span, like between her brother. Well, her parents died when she was young, but then her brother and then Vision, and she died. She killed him and died. And
man, she had to watch Vision die twice. Like, that's just a goof.
And Cap was like her mentor, and he just dipped.
Yep.
And Black Widow was like one of her probably closest friends too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she kind of had a love-hate relationship with Tony too, but they were still like teammates, and he died too. Like, so like that's still a loss. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Who's left at this point? Like who's left that's actually close with Wanda? Like Falcon.
No one. Falcon, kind of in a way, sort of. Kind of, because he's the new Cap, so he's taking on that responsibility of her and Bucky.
Yep.
Which we'll see in another show. But
yes, we will.
Going back to whole Vision becoming more self-aware, first he gets the email from Sword. Well, they all do, and they read it in creepy unison, kind of like the For the Children thing.
Yep.
Vision makes a good point about children later too, but so they read that email, which is, I don't know how Sword got that in there. Like, I guess they did the radio thing in episode 2, but like
the same concept is how they got the drone in there. If you send something, the prevailing theory is that if you send something in a format that the hex doesn't, like if it looks, feels, and seems like it's from the 80s, then it's from the 80s, right? So I think that's
that email.
That's the only reason they managed to slip it through, was they formatted it in such a sense. Now, how you figure out what email address to send that to is a whole nother question above my pay grade, but
well, Monica's been in there, so she might know where Vision works, because that'd be the only place there's computers, really. in this.
Yeah.
Well, those didn't
'Cause it's
exist
the
until like
80s,
today's
kind of.
episode, though, right? Like they kind of just like magically popped out of nowhere.
Yep.
Yeah, I know, but like,
I don't know.
yeah.
It's one of life's
Um,
little mysteries for now.
yeah. No, I am curious. I hope maybe next episode Darcy explains it, or
Yeah.
Agent Wu, or Monica, someone. I do like that trio though. I like them together. I like the way they bounced off each other.
Yep.
They're funny, but it looks like they're going to get some answers. Also, did you guys notice the way that Monica did not want to talk about Captain Marvel?
Yeah, but
Yep.
I don't know
Yeah,
why.
like
I thought they were like
maybe there was a
pretty
falling
close
out.
at the end of Captain Marvel, right? Like they seem pretty close. Like they seem pretty chill.
Yeah, but it's
See,
been
but there's
like
a
20 years
there's a
since
lot of
then.
years there's a lot of years in between,
That's also very fair.
and there's
But
a lot
Captain
that could have
Marvel
happened.
has already been confirmed that it's after. So
Yep.
I'm interested. Yeah, like you said though, a lot could have happened.
Yeah.
One, it could just be the fact that maybe Captain Marvel hasn't been back.
Yeah.
Since the 90s.
Could be.
Oh,
And so
that
she
could be.
feels some resentment that she left her and her mom and
Well,
she
she
never
also-
came back.
Yep. I'd agree
So-
with that. So
So yeah, that was an
Lagos.
interesting slight.
Yes, let's
Lagos,
talk about
yes, let's go
Lagos.
to the commercial. So Lagos, of course, for those of you who didn't remember, is the town in Africa. I can't remember what country again.
It's
Is Lagos
Nigeria.
a country or city?
Lagos is a city in Nigeria.
Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. Okay.
Yep.
That I figured it was a city because all the other title cards in Civil War were cities.
Yep.
But so you get Lagos, and that's of course there in this. It's a commercial for like a type of like paper towel. But of course, Lagos was where Wanda accidentally killed a bunch of people trying to stop a biological weapon from being unleashed, like a biological weapon that Romolo was wearing when
Yep.
Cap stopped him in the beginning of Civil War.
Yep.
So I do like the tagline though, for messes you weren't trying to make, or I can't remember it
Yeah.
exactly, but yeah, like because she feels so bad for that.
Yep.
And like that just shows these commercials are her subconscious. Like Stark, her parents were killed by a Stark missile.
Yep.
Hydra controlled her. Hydra again in episode 3. Again, they gave her powers. They were her like overlords in a sense.
Yep.
And now Lagos, her fail as an Avenger.
Yep.
I mean, I still think we could see a commercial that has Ultron brand something or Sokovia brand something.
Yeah, I would assume so. I would almost be willing to bet on it
Mhm.
before
Yeah.
this is all said and done. So
Yeah. As just going right back to the Vision thing,
Yep.
we've got his fight with Wanda, which I was kind of
Oh,
not
yeah.
expecting in this episode.
I liked
But
it in this episode. Like
I liked
welcomed
it. I really liked
like
it.
how he
I
cut
like
through the
that Vision's
credits.
trying to.
And then he's like screw that. No, I'm going off. That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna make for. I think next episode. I think this all falls apart. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, we'll get into theories for next episode because I have some similar ideas.
Sounds
But
good.
yeah, I think this falls apart too because he wants answers. He doesn't know
knows.
he's dead yet.
No.
He doesn't know he's dead yet, but everything else, he knows this is fake. He knows they're being held captive. He knows there's no other kids in the playground. He,
For the children.
For the
he knows
children.
Wanda's in control. For the children, not a single child in Westview.
Nope.
Like, yeah. Yeah, no, I like that confrontation. I thought it brought a lot.
Yep.
It brought a lot to Vision, showing he's more in control of himself, even though he's been reanimated, than I think Wanda even intended. Because
Yep.
I don't think she wants him to confront her. She just wants him to be happy being the dad and Vision.
Yep.
But like he says, he doesn't even remember his time as an Avenger. He doesn't remember before Westview. He doesn't
Nope.
remember, of course, he died. He doesn't remember how he was born.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Born.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Created,
Manufactured. Manufactured. Whatever you want to say.
manufactured by Vision. Well, no,
But-
I just made that joke because in Age of Ultron, when he confronts Ultron at the end, he's like, I was born yesterday. I was only born yesterday. Like that's his big joke. So that's why I said it like that. But
Yep.
no, I definitely thought that it was I definitely thought that that fight was necessary.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. Let's just go into theories because I do have a theory. I think we have one. We'll just open this up to theories. I think we have one more sitcom episode because judging on the trailers, they keep showing these shots from a Halloween episode.
Yep.
And that's got to happen in the sitcom world. I think that's next episode. I think they have the Halloween episode, and I think that's when everything really starts to crumble in on them.
That's fair. I'm gonna build on that and let Nathaniel go absolutely last. But I agree with that thought process because obviously it has to happen at some point, and it's not gonna happen once this crumbles. There's absolutely no chance, especially because we don't even know if the kids come with. So I think you're right. I think it happens. I think we get an episode of about 45 minutes. I think that takes up the first 20 to 25. I think we crumble. I still, even if we get that, I still think we absolutely implode within that episode. Whether it's a cliffhanger at the end, wow, that was not very fun. A cliffhanger at the end, or whether it's 10, 15 minutes left in the episode, I think we're gonna fall apart. I don't think we see as much of Darcy and Wu in that side of the world in this next episode until the very end. So
Okay,
Fair.
well, that's. I kind of want to make a hot take and be like the crumbles are at the beginning of the episode, but I know that's probably not going to be true. I don't want to be saying that just to make just be opposed to you guys. Um, ooh, if there has to be a Halloween-based episode, there probably has to be next episode because I think by the time it's the 7th episode, it'd be too late.
Yeah.
There's too much. There's not enough stuff that can happen in between before because the Halloween episode happens during the sitcom world, and that thing is not going to last that much longer.
No.
Hands down for sure, 100%. It's already starting to break. You can see people like going in and out of their like consciousnesses essentially. Like Norm today. Man, I feel bad for him. He had a family, but he can't contact any of them. Anyways, that's a side note. And Vision is like on the verge of like discovering everything. Like he's so close. I don't know how he's gonna take that information because he's a reanimated corpse, and I don't know how I'd feel about being a reanimated corpse. But I don't know. I don't know if I'd appreciate that.
No
Also,
kidding.
big question marks about the children, like the kids, like her kids. I don't know. I can't tell. They're like, I know Monica said they're like real people inside, but those kids don't feel like real people the way they are like portrayed, right? They grow up so fast.
Yeah.
And like, if Wanda can't create life because she wasn't able to revive the dog, right? I mean, I guess she could have reanimated the dog, but she can't bring him back. So
No.
I don't understand or know what the kids can be because she can't create
No.
life.
Nope. And that's
So
the only reason Vision works is because he's not
Now
alive.
there are rumors.
yeah. Yes, rumors.
Rumors that of course in the comics they like I said in the previous episode, Tommy and Billy have powers and become heroes, and there's rumors that they want to do a team called the Young Avengers, which is a team from the comics, and Tommy and Billy are a big part of that. So part of the whole decade skipping and the aging is so that they can be aged up in time to be their teenage selves for a Young Avengers show or movie. So that's why that's part of the reason I think they might be alive. But again, they could be taken away from her and brought back somehow, or this could be just an entire red herring that they know fans know what the Young Avengers are, and they're just going to take them away from you, or they're just going to be not real, and they're just trying to like hype you up, thinking that they are to just like pull the rug out because Marvel does do that sometimes. So I could see that as well.
Absolutely.
So I guess we'll have to see. But I slightly agree with you, Austin, slightly disagree. I think the Halloween episode will take full 20, 30 minutes, but there was a shot in the recent trailer where Vision breaks through the barrier. Because they released a mid-season trailer earlier in the week.
Yep.
And there's a shot from the trailer where he physically gets out himself. I think that happens next week. And in that shot, it also looks like he's being like something's trying to pull him back in. So I think we see that next week. I think we see Halloween episode next week. And I think in the last 15 minutes, it all starts to crumble. And then episode 7, 8, and 9 is dealing with the fallout of the crumble, them trying to, maybe Wanda tries to reassemble her perfect little world, but fails. And then the actor who played Vision, Paul Bettany, promised a big fight. So I
Yep.
think we see a big fight.
I would assume so.
So either between Sword and Wanda and Vision, or between whoever's controlling Wanda and Vision and Sword on the same side. I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited to see where they go with that. But
You think
yeah.
Vision participates?
So any more big things you guys want to? I think
the
he
big
fights
fight.
with
Has-
Wanda, because in the end, his allegiance to Wanda.
Well, I don't know. The way it looks like, it might he like go against Wanda. I don't know. There's a
Depends on which side of the road she puts herself on.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because like
that's
I
true.
think
That's
right
true. If she
now,
decides that
I think
she's
right this instant, if she decided to try to keep everybody in and he was fully self-aware, I think he'd be. He's. I mean, he's already shown us he's against that.
would.
So
Mhm.
it'll be interesting. Food for thought. Food for thought.
It will be.
We'll see if
Food
we're
for
right
thought.
next week.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, next week. So if is that all for you guys? Any more big points you want to bring up here quickly?
Nope. That's all I got.
That's about it. Yeah, I'm good.
Good for the week.
Okay, well, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. I'd like to ask you to subscribe, click that notification bell for notifications on our future videos, and click that subscription button to, wait, I already said that, and click
Yes, you
that
did.
like button to like our videos. And if you like more like this, you can check out our social medias. We are on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And if you like books and movie reviews and some game reviews as well, you can go check out www.prairiegrownreviews.com. So from everyone here at the Prairie Grown Reviews team, see you next time.